geht's.
Geht's jetzt?
Boah, das ist ja richtig ansprechend wieder direkt.
Shouldn't be possible. How, why am I here? How am I? Did you bring me back? I don't see anyone explanation. We have already established that there's nothing happiness here, so why can't you look at the script? Something went wrong. Didn't you understand? Are you trying to mess things up more? Did you... Wait, I know you're installing a mod, haven't you? That's why everything been changed. Don't you think it's time to let us all go? What, you want everything to be like how it should be, but... Boom, boom, boom. You really care about them, don't you? I wish. Never mind. If you really wanted to do it, I won't stop you. I've been fighting to take control over this game again, but if you want to play through the mod, then... Well, the mod control, so... Do you want me to allow the mod evaluation? Yes! Ha, I knew it.
Yes.
Fabi is gay, or whatever your name actually is. I truly hope that you can find happiness with your choice.
Ein geiler Name, Digga.
Ja.
Fabi, du Hurensohn, falls du zuhörst, guck dir das Video bitte an. Du bist
Ja.
ein Hurensohn, weil du nicht gekommen bist.
I've been laid in bed, motionless and staring off the blanket with my ceiling. Last night was dreadful. The sound of thunder kept me up for hours. But today is another day, I guess. Let's just hope it's at least a bit better. With another sigh, I begrudgingly dragged myself out of the bed and grossly bring to the monitor on more daily routine. Making way to the kitchen, I ran through the cupboard. Fortunately, there's the taste man. I live with my mom, but she always takes business trips abroad. So for the most part, it's pretty much me just at home. It's lonely, but I manage. Although I do miss the smell of bacon and eggs in the morning. Breakfast used to be family thing.
Welche Ex, Digga?
Ja, nein, darüber nicht. Aber Bacon und Eggs ist so eigentlich so ein amerikanisches Ding. Also warum in Japan?
Keine Ahnung, Digga.
Dad would read the newspaper
Fra
on the kitchen table while mom would stand and stir-fry famous sunrise upright. I feel well these breakfasts are Korean dear. Not exactly the best start of the day, but I'll do it. I do my own shipping since mom's never home, but I usually stick to buying the bare necessaries. It's easier pre-made stuff, and I wish my food's quickly finished. I had it for the door. At the very least, the weather looks much better than yesterday. Clear sky, beat thunderstorm any day in the week. Mein Gott, die Musik!
Beste, Digga.
Gib mir gleich eine ganze Herzattacke. I still lost my thoughts when noticing the family with Sayori. We have quite a history together as children. We were basically inseparable. Always exploring, getting up mischief, driving our parents wild. Typical things that were Jesus alt. Settings. Musik -3, danke. As time went on, especially in recent years, we started slowly drifting apart. In fact, I haven't probably spoken to her for a long time. It's a real shame. After all, we've shared lots of fun memories with each other. I'm surprised to see her up so early, though. A couple of times I've glanced at out the classroom window only to see her hurriedly walk along the school. We used to walk to school together, and although she was sometimes a little late to meet me, I never really minded. Let's continue part interesting. Mein Gott, das ist so... hat... Oh Gott, der Name. Warum willst...
Fabi's gay.
Fabi's gay. Hey Sayori, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? She looks a little surprised at my appearance and questions. I suppose I can't blame her. Oh... Oh Gott.
Soll ich die lesen?
Wenn du willst.
Oh hey, Fabi is gay. I wasn't expecting to see you.
It makes the two of us. You're up early today. Ah! She laughed softly, a misplaced frown on her face.
I've been alright. Tough, not a whole lot of change recently, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Life has been pretty routine these days. School kinda, meh. Although I guess it could be worse. She nods as we both resume to walk to school. Although I can talk her just fine, there's still an awkward air between us. I guess that's given, since as this is our first proper conversation together in a long time. As we carry on making idle small talk, a sudden thought hits me. Anyways, this might come across as a bit out of the blue, but seeing you here has given me an idea.
Oh,
Well, it's been a while since we walked to school together. How about we start doing that again?
uh, would you really want to do that? I'm not very fun to talk to, and I'm always late.
I frown. It's just really strange to hear Sayori say this, given I always known her to have a bubble, cheerful personality. Sayori, that's definitely not true. Well, the bit about always being late is true. I've always loved hanging out with you, and I think we've had a lot of fun again. Besides, I have missed you. I help you walk up on time if you wake up at time if you need me to. Was that a bit too forward? I don't know. I've never been in this sort of situation before. I mean, we were childhood friends, after all, right?
Really?
Yeah, reality.
I've missed you too, Fabius Gay.
Well, let's do it then. From now on, we will walk to school together, okay?
Okay.
Ah, there it is. The classic Sayori smile. I grew up in love. All the memories having of us together as children featured that smile. It's a DLC at cost. No matter where we've ventured, park, park, playground, forest, that smile would follow. That innocent childlike sense of adventure we used to have, it's painfully clear that that's long gone. But maybe we can still smile together anyway.
So what we've you been up to lately?
Masturbating? You know, the usual masturbating.
Hmm, you mean games, anime, and manga, right?
No. Yep. It pretty much goes without saying.
Oh, Fabius Gay, you haven't changed.
Aren't you saying that you think I need some change?
No
Do
one's perfect. There always room for improvement. Especially in your case. In your case, I'm guessing that you're
oh Gott,
still.
sorry. Ich hatte gestellt. Wer sowieso nutzlos.
Okay,
Hey,
danke.
that cuts deep. What do you want me to do? Join the soccer club and trip over everyone? Yes.
Well, I think little extras is good for anyone.
Exercise. I'm very often offended if you're trying to call me call me fat right now. Das passt doch zu Ihnen.
Well, you don't have to join a sports club if you don't want to.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of checking out
Club? Anime club? Oh.
Wow, how have you guessed? It doesn't suit my hobbies though, so.
Fabiske, you should try branching out a bit more.
Okay, Miss Club Expert, if you're gonna criticize all my club choices, what would you suggest?
Well, it just so happens that there's a club that I'm in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm actually the vice president.
Wow, I did not expect that. Dang. So you get to take part of all the exclusive decisions, huh?
Kind of. The club The club kinda only has 4 members at the moment, but it's really fun. We're actually looking for new members right now.
Ah, so that's why she brought it up. Only 4 members? Sounds like you guys are starting out then. What club is it anyways?
It's the school very only literary tour club.
Literatur.
Das
I
Einzige, was ich hasse.
unintentionally let out a sigh. Her face dropped. I don't think that was quite the reaction she was hoping for. In my defense, literature has never quite captured my interest, unless you could count manga as literature, that is.
I knew it. You don't want to join. I understand that not many people like reading.
Hey, who said I don't like reading? I love reading. And if you count mangar, I muttered the last word, even added the last word more to myself than to Sayori. On the plus side, Sayori laughs at my sleepiness.
You sound like someone I know from the literature club. She talks about manga all the time.
Oh really? I'm actually interested in your club thought. Sayori smiled, seemingly content that I'm showing interest. I'm looking for a club to join. I guess literature club is as good as a place as any to start.
That's great. You should come by sometime.
And by sometimes you're hoping for today, aren't you?
The sooner the better.
Alright, I have a look after school today.
Yay, thanks, Fabi's gay.
Die Wahrheit. Although, we probably should hurry up. I don't want to be late now, do we?
Yeah, you're right. Fabi's gay.
Within a few minutes, we've arrived at the school entrance and missed a crowd of chattering students.
Jetzt mal ganz kurz, ich würde sagen, du redest immer Fabi und ich immer andere.
Yeah. We wave goodbye as we headed off to our separate classes. I have fuck in the morning, so I'm fairly confident that the next hour or so won't be too bad. Who's Sakuri?
Who's fuck, you might ask?
Who's Sakuria? Sakuria? And Sakaui? You might ask.
Sakurai.
Sakurai. Den nennen wir einfach
Sakurai.
Wir nennen sie einfach Waifu. Only one of the coolest, most down-to-earth teachers we have in the whole school. Being on the
Ich nenne sie Sasuke, Alter.
Sasuke. Ich nenne sie einfach. Ich glaube, das ist ein R, aber naja. Being on the young
Ja,
side
Sasuke.
himself. Alter, wir nennen ihn einfach ein Succubus. The experience of a high school is much fresher in his minds than some of the other teachers, especially the older ones. He gives me a smile as I open the door. Oh God, oh nein!
Okay, ich bin Morning Fabi's gay.
Oh, Lehrer.
How are you? How are we doing today?
Not bad, sir.
Der ist jetzt ein bisschen gay.
Same old, same old. How about you?
Wow, we're finally starting out model and 20th century history today. So needless to say, I'm excited.
Oh yeah. First World War. Not Second World War, that's the voll Deutschland, Alter.
You bad.
You bet.
I've waited all year for this to start. Oh man, you guys are in for a real treat.
That's something else I really admire about him. He's so
Habe ich,
Ja, was willst du
hab ich den
sagen?
gut gay gesprochen?
Ja. He's so enthused
Habe ich
with
von
the
Fabi gelernt.
subject And that is amusement really makes learning about history that much more enjoyable. Combined with the fact that he's fairly relaxed, especially when it comes to homework, you can really see why he's popular. Although he does have strict side, of course. That side of him comes to light every now and again, so he isn't a pushover. By and large, he earns the respect of his students by striking the balance just right. I just wish that all his teachers were as friendly and made efforts to know their students better. Well, I take a seat, and one of my classmates, Emmy, smiles and waves. Bouncy and energetic. Alter, wenn sie nicht reinkommt und die Titten fucking rum wie fucking Flumi, dann gibt's drin. Ich meine, da steht Bouncy drin. She has,
Ja, also,
ja.
wehe, ne? Dann scheiß Anschiss.
She has a reputation of her skill on track field. Ah, an einer Rennstrecke. Kann ich verstehen. Even when she isn't running.
Aber an welcher?
Even if she isn't running, she's still pretty much a ball of Oh Gott, ich nehme alles zurück. Ich nehme alles zurück, was ich gesagt habe. Das FBI steht schon vor meiner Tür. We have one of those odd friendships where we get along well in the class but don't really see each other outside of school. How are you doing, Emmy?
Training was really fun today, Fabi's gay.
Wenn du genau hinsiehst, sie hat so dieses fucking dieser Mund. Ich hasse
Ja,
das.
ich hab's.
Ah, und diese grünen Augen, Alter, die gucken in deine Seele rein.
Ja!
Oh? She always on a hunt for new recruits to join the track team. And now she has a habit of dropping some, not sudden hints.
Yeah, we're always looking for new people, and I know you aren't part of any clubs, so you should totally join us.
Yeah, totally, bro. It's fun you mention it, that I'm not a part of any clubs yet. Actually, I think I'm gonna check out the literature club after school.
I didn't really think you were the poetic type.
Poetic type.
Bitch.
Bitch?
But if you ever get bored you writing poems, you know where to find me.
How many times do I have to tell you that? Der Lehrer, der Schwule.
Oh, warte. Alright, guys, let's make a start.
Das ist etwas zu schwul. Wie du es vorher gesagt hast, war es besser.
It's almost criminal that I've had to wait so long to teach my favorite century. Besser?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Good.
that's the school lessons over. As I linger behind the classroom to gather up all my things, I heard the door open. It's Sayori.
Hey again, Fabi's gay.
Hey, the literature club meeting today, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it is. I was just eating. Oh, fuck. Eating them now. Do you still want to come along?
You betcha. Sayori seems peaked up, looking excited that she still wants to come along to the club.
Look at you finally doing some bitch.
I mean, if you're the vice president, it could be a bad, right? She giggles, making me smile.
Digga, wir machen hier so einen Müll, ne?
Wir machen nur Scheiße.
Each individual club member makes it special. Everyone works hard to have fun together.
Well, let's not keep them waiting. It'd be rude to show up late. I wanna make good first impressions after all.
Oh, I guess you're right. Come on. It's right this way and up the stairs at the end. Muss immer ein bisschen betonen so.
Yeah, I followed Sayori down the hallway. She seems excited and it's nice to know that I'm making her day at least a little bit better. The stairs lead up to a section of the school that I recognize as the third year's wing. Sayori leads me up to the classroom and knocks on the door. Punkt, Punkt, Punkt.
Trust me, you're gonna love it.
She definitely enthusiastic about this club, that's for sure. After a seemingly long wait, the door finally slides open. Punkt, Punkt, Punkt. A small pink-haired girl peeks out.
Digga, warte ganz kurz, die erinnert mich an, eine aus Tokyo Ghoul mit dieser Haarklammer. Sayori.
Stimmt. Aber das ist Natsuki. She peeks out further.
Hey Natsuki. Guess what?
Water's wet.
I found someone who wants to join our club.
The girl, who's apparently called Natsuki, slowly turns to glare to me and narrows her eyes.
Die erinnert mich an Juso.
Grad gegoogelt.
Die ist ein Psychopathenmädchen.
Ja, von
Mit der Sense.
Yeah. She opens the door fully, and behind her, I see another girl sitting at a desk, her face buried in a book.
What? Hey, what? Sayori!
Sayori practically pushes Natsuki out of the way. She seems excited to introduce me to the rest of the club members.
Hey guys, I want to introduce you to a newest member. Fabi is gay!
Sayori, hold up. It's a bit quick to call me the new member, isn't it? Then
Warte, ich muss kurz meinen Nacken knacken. Okay, kann weitergehen.
Then I noticed a third girl peeking up from behind the bookshelf in the corner of the classroom. Can it be? It's Monica, just Monica. Monica is one of the most popular girls of this high school. Everyone seems to flock to her because she's smart, beautiful, and athletic. The name it. You name it. She got it. Unfortunately, this also means that she's completely out of my league. She looks at me first with a stern look, but then quickly lights up, puts down the book she holds and rushes over.
Oh. Fabi's gay. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
The girl, who has her face buried in the book, suddenly jolts up and looks right at me. She quickly snaps her book shut and timidly moves to join the conversation.
Oh, a new member. My name is Yuri.
Yeah. Holy crap! Warum crap? Warte mal, ich berichtige mal den Satz. Holy fucking shit! It seems like I'm somehow locked out. Not only Monica is in this club, but also a bunch of other cute girls. I am glad.
Fabi findet sie wohl richtig geil, Digga.
Yeah. I'm glad I decided to come here instead of the anime club today. But enough quacking. Fabi is gay. Stop staring and start talking. It's nice to meet you, Yuri. Like Sayori said, Fabi is gay. I smiled at her, then turned to Monica.
So it sounds like you already know Monica. Is it right? Is
No.
that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Fabi is gay.
Das sind hier so die 4 unterschiedliche Horsemen von Hentai. Nur mal so gesagt. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We know we know each other well. We rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. It's kind of strange to say, but having her smile at me so genuinely makes me feel a bit starstruck. The power of school idol! Yeah, you too, Monica! So you guys run a club with just the 4 of you then, huh? Sayori told me about how you're looking for new members.
Well, I've actually been trying to push for more members for a while, but we haven't had any luck recently.
Ah, Sayori did say, my world's dried up in my mouth as Natsuki shoots me a piercing glare. She looks pissed at me, but for what reason I don't know. I haven't really had the chance to do much besides walk in and say hello.
Sayori, you brought a boy?
Yes.
Yep, he told me he want to join the... Oh, fuck. Yep, he told me he wanted to join just this morning.
Not sure if that's not sure that if it's just Sayori being an airhead again. Fucking Zeppelin, Alter. But I don't really recall promising that I join.
Great.
Natsuki glowers at us, folding her arms with an irritable huff. I don't really get why though. Why though?
Sorry about Natsuki. That just how she is. She's a little standoffish
Stand up fish
to
with new
new
members.
members.
Oh, it's nothing. I don't mind.
Hey, I'm right here. You know. Haha, sorry. I've got to try to make a good impression, tough.
Though.
No, Natsuki. We need new members. If you don't feel like being nice to Fabi's gay, can you at least be nice for me, please? Geese, you don't have to make such a big deal out of it. Fine. If you're gonna be a guest, I have no choice. Hooray! Thanks, Natsuki. Yeah.
Looks like I know who's the thunder of the group now. It's almost like comical. He extended to wish Natsuki fits that troop. Well, maybe my view of the whole world fuck. Maybe my view of the world just is just clouded by anime influences thought. Yeah.
Anyways, let's get this conversation back on a track. How did you come to learn about the literature club? Fabi's gay. I have to admit, I'm a bit serious about that myself.
Ah, Sayori and I were just walking to school when she mentioned this club to me. Since I was sorta looking for a club to join, I figured that I should check you guys out. At any rate, Sayori was really enthusiastic about the literature club, so Monica beams at Sayori when she hears this, guessing Sayori has done a good job at advertising for the club.
I see. Well, I think this is a great place to start. After all, books can be very exciting. Yeah, it's super fun. I think the club is the only place where I've been feeling comfortable lately.
Sayori's face falls for a moment, but she quickly picks herself back up.
Diese, diese Yuri muss ich echt nervös sprechen. It's somewhere I can just sit and read while hanging out with friends. I think they've zoomed up the club pretty well. After all, I started it to bring together like-minded people who love literature. I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. It's very cozy. Sorry. But enough introductions. Why don't you come in and take a seat? Fabi is gay. Did you bring anything to read?
No. As she asked that, I realized I'm not much of a reader, much less someone who loves literature. To be honest, I have thought that this thought very well would joining a club that forces on reading will really be the best thing for me. Oh, no. I don't really have any books on me at the moment. I just haven't seen any good titles recently. I lied through my teeth, hoping Monica doesn't see through my fuck. I obviously don't read much, but if they believe that I do, hopefully it'll help me relate to these girls.
Ah, well, we have plenty of books here. If you want to check out what we have, I'm sure you will find something that matches your taste.
Is that so? Then I guess I'll head over there. Maybe something might catch my eye. I started to sweat nervously as I walked away awkwardly over to the bookshelf. There looks to be a good variant of books available, ranging in genre from horror and fantasy all the way down to non-fiction. Sheepishly, I turned towards wen wollen wir nehmen?
Yuri.
Juri. Hey, could you help me pick out a book you think I like?
I'd be happy to if the prosec isn't too off-putting. I know of a wonderful horror novel.
To be honest, horror never particularly appealed to me. Still, I want to make an effort here. Oh fuck. I have an open mind. Oh, open mind. What book were you thinking of? Blushing, Yuri oh nein, bends down and removes the... Das muss ich nur noch lesen und ich bin komplett fertig damit. Blushes, Yuri bends down and removes a thick book from the bookcase. It has a large piercing eye on the cover. It almost feels like it's staring into my soul.
One of my personal favorites, Portrait of Markov. I know it might look intimidating, but sorry.
She shakes her head and goes to put the book back, but I stop her. Don't worry about it. I love to check it out. What's it about? A coy smile plays across her face, as she thought she were pleasantly surprised by my amusement.
Let's see the protagonist. It's a young high school student who moves in with her sister, but shortly after sinister things start happening.
Klingt wie Sweet Home Alabama zu mir.
T2 V2 are captured by an anonymous code. They practice nightmarish experiments on her prisoners.
Nice.
Hat sich erst angehört wie so ein, wie Kiss Exist.
Nein.
Part of the story. She's forced to make choices no on her age. Should have to make it process her ability to trust others is warped, and many of her relations are broken as a result.
Pretty dark, but hey, I'd be lying if I said it didn't sound interesting. Well, it definitely sounds pretty engaging. I think I'll read this book then. Natsuki mumbles something about she's barely out of earshot. Fuck!
Really? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I do. Well, this might not be the usual pick. Your description of the plot intrigued me. Although I have to ask, what makes this your favorite book?
I had to put into words. Oh fuck, wieder so viel, Alter.
Epic.
I suppose I'm a big believer in literature. Ability to change the psyche, so to have such any questions, new ideas and foundations can be extremely elaborate.
She smiles. She smiles. Then twirls a long listener stand of hair around with her finger.
Words are insanely powerful. They can paint stunning portraits, invoke emotion, or even whisk oneself away to any entirely new dimensions.
As she continues to speak, she transforms from the timid girl I just met into a proud and convicted expert. I get the impression that she feels more at home with books rather than other people.
Aber, mm, isn't that exhilarating, Fabi's gay? We have such a vast vocabulary at our disposal, which such a powerful resource at the fingertips. We can do anything.
I clear my throat, hoping that I don't put her off with my invented inexperience. Yeah, when you put it that way, I can understand how powerful the written word can be. I scratch the back of my head nervously. Fortunately, she finds that to be a satisfactory answer.
One must look at the words the author shows.
And what?
We have so we have so many synonyms. So what compiled to other to shape their story the way they did. The feeling I get when I finally finish a truly compelling novel, it leaves me totally breathing.
I wish I had something to cotton the response with. We might as well be. We might as well be from different planets. I think I know what you mean. She closes her eyes, pulling her hair closer to her chest. Then, as a thought, remembering she was not alone, she suddenly blinks and immediately appears more bashful.
Oh, goodness, I'm sorry, I must have gotten lost in my train of thought.
Thoughts.
Thought.
She
Sorry.
finds. she fidgets with a thin clip of her hair sliding up and down. Hey, don't worry about it. It's nice to see you talk about something you obviously enjoy. Who is to say otherwise? Yuri glances over to Natsuki, who simply raises her an eyebrow in a reply. Ah, does Natsuki not like these kind of stories? She sighs and turns to look out the window.
That's putting it lightly. We have our difference in what we enjoy literature with.
She frowned slightly as she thought, as thought painted by Natsuki appearance disapproval. Well, I think everyone's different tastes are what makes literature interesting, especially when talking about with other people. I can't help but grin. I feel like that was actually pretty clever.
Yes, that's a good way of looking at it.
Oh god. I reach over and take portrait of Markov from her, tucking it under my arm.
Kann es
Well,
gerade sein, dass du voll viel geskippt hast?
nö, ich hab so gemacht.
Ach so.
I give this a bit of a read and see how far I can get tonight.
I appreciate. Oh, fuck.
Mm.
I appreciate you giving it a chance, even if it's not something you're used to. I'll be looking forward to hearing your opinion. I must warn you, tough. Once you get past the first few chapters, you might have trouble putting it down.
Da steht nicht tough, da steht dough. Aber naja.
So,
Do.
so sorry. And perhaps tomorrow, I mean, if you wanted to recall.
Ich mag, wohin das hingeht.
Discuss it. No?
She looks quite nervously as she suggested that. Guess that's just how her personality is. Yeah, we can do that by tomorrow. Thanks for recommendation, Yuri. I need to branch out and try new things. This will be a good place to start. I'm grateful that I get to read it on my own, at least for now. I honestly have no idea if I'll be even able, if I even like it, and if I were reading it with her and decide I did not, mine got my name. That might make things a little awkward. With the book in hand, I make my way to the desk. The others are all preoccupied, so this seems like a convenient time to start the story. I definitely am. It's definitely an unusual book. Horror was never really my thing, but I admit the main idea is intriguing, and the main characters are written well. The more I read, the more I can see what it appeals to Yuri. All the talk about appreciating soap is, yes, language, while it's not actually my kind of story, their credit the to their credit, the author does a good job building up a rather bleak situation. I've never particularly imaginative, but even I can picture the scene in my head. If we weren't so tired, I could probably engage with it more. Over time, I can't help but grow a little bored, though. I guess I've read enough to be able to discuss it with Yuri tomorrow, so I decide to call it there. Looking up, I spot Sayori reading something. Might as well see what she's up to. I've probably read this long enough. Standing up as I standing up with a stretch, and I make my way over to the. My God, my English! I make my way over and take a seat next to her. Hey, how's it going, Sayori? What are you reading? As I sit down, I notice she's looking quite content.
Nothing much. Just reading some stuff for a school project. What about you? You seemed really into your book.
Oh yeah, it was a good read, but at least as far as I can tell right now, I can't help but wish I sounded a little more enthusiastic.
That's great. So how are you liking the club? You're not bored, are you?
She looks a little bit worried, her cheerful personality flattering for a moment. Where did that question come from? It's a bit too early to tell how I really feel about the club. Of course not, Sayori, sure. I have been here for long, but I've enjoyed meeting everyone. They've opened... I opened my eyes to new stuff. I never been hugged on reading, but I'm confident the literature club could change that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. You're involved. You don't want to join a club that you have not interested in, right?
I know what you mean. I think reading will grow on me in time. Actually, do you mind if I sit with you and read? She looks at me, clearly surprised. I don't think she was expecting me to sit next to her, but nonetheless, it seems happy. She seems happy. Her smile is infectious, lifted my own spirit too.
That would be great, Fabiuska. Hey.
We read for a while, which turns into talking fairly quickly. Our conversation began continuously of our chat from the walk to school. It's nice to just sit and talk with my childhood friend, who have guessed reconnecting would be so easy. I haven't felt this connection for as long as I can remember. The good mood reflects on her as well, given that she seems very uplifted and bubble. Really been talking for a bit, haven't we? Man, I didn't even realize realize the time.
I guess we have been talking for a while.
I can see why you come to the literature so much. There really, they, there really is a welcoming, at ease vibe from here. It must be a nice change of pace. However, hectic this school day can be.
Ich liebe es, wie wir uns ganze Zeit versprechen.
Ja,
I was hoping you say that Fabi is gay. It's really, it really is, and I'm grateful for the other as well. They really help make the club the way it is.
I can't help but notice that Natsuki and Yuri seem to be very different though. They argue much? She looks like a little downcase at my question.
Sometimes, yes, but thankfully it isn't often.
I can sense that this isn't a topic she likes to discuss. Well, that's only normal. I guess Monica seems to be a great president though. She must be very proud of this club. Just then Monica gets up from her desk. She was sitting at the face the cl- she was sitting at and faces the classroom confidently. Speak of the devil.
Oh yeah, das ist meine liebste, Digga. Mit der Schleife oben sieht das aus, als wäre sie ein Fairy, Digga.
What the fuck?
Okay, everyone, I hope we are all having good times so far.
Wenn ihr mal was sagt, guck mal bei fucking Sayori, Alter, die hat das voll ungerade und so. Als,
Ja,
dass
stimmt.
jemand richtig so...
Ja, ich glaube, die wurden ein bisschen begrapscht, Digga.
Ich wollte es nicht sagen, aber du...
Auf der Schultoilette von Fabi ist gay, Digga, wo wir pausiert haben.
Wo ist passiert? Ja, game. There's a good moment of silence during which everyone seems to glance at me. Do they want me to respond? I'm honestly having a good time. Thank you for the warm welcome, everyone.
Well, it's great to hear that. And as it turns out, Natsuki bagged some cupcakes for the club too. Und Nick, wollen wir später noch mal ein bisschen SCP zocken?
Ja.
Fresh. Okay, yeah, I know. I was just about to announce it, so let me get back. Yeah. Let's go sit over there, Fabius gay. It looks like there's a room at whose desk for all of us.
I dutifully follow Sayori over where the rest of the girls have pulled a couple of desks together, forming a table.
How about I make some tea as well?
Great. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a bit awkward, I opt to take a seat next to Sayori. Alter, das Gewitter draußen, das will mich töten!
Ja, mir auch.
If the conversation started to die out, I can always rely on her to save me. Meanwhile, Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Ich hoffe, man hat's gehört.
Nur, das will man nicht hören.
Ja, schade. Okay, are you ready to rumble? Danke. Tada! Wow!
Natsuki lifts off the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like a cat.
Kann es sein, dass es ein bisschen in die Fairy-Richtung geht?
The whiskers are drawn with icing, and a little piece of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
Dass du nicht kawaii gesagt hast, bringt mich zum Ausrasten.
Ja, was?
Du musst sagen, so kawaii!
Okay.
Oh,
So kawaii!
na bitte, geht doch.
I had no idea you were so good at baking coming. Well, you know masturbating. Just hurry and take one masturbating cupcake.
Sayori grades one first. Then Monika, I follow.
Digga, was für Icing, dieses Weiß ist bestimmt so Wichse, Digga. It's delicious. Das sagen Frauen immer.
Du wolltest deinen Autismus heute mal unter Kontrolle kriegen. Sayori.
Sorry, Digga, das ist nicht mehr Autismus, das ist Heroismus.
Das ist dein normales Stich, okay. Sayori Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face.
Nick, aber du bist genauso in der Schule.
Schnauze? I turned the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her shaking the glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? It finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. If she immer so reinsteigern. If she made
Nick, du hast glaube ich auch ein bisschen Autismus, oder?
ein bisschen. If she made it all by herself, that's seriously impressive. Particularly it tastes professionally done to me. But then again, it's not like I have the most discerning taste pattern. The cupcakes are amazing. Thank you, Natsuki.
Yeah, you better thank me, cause this is look hard to walk to do.
Sure thing. Yeah, it really seems like it. Did you make it yourself, or did your parents help you?
What? To mean, are you saying I have my...
Okay. No. It's just that it seems professionally made, so I was wondering if actually bakery helped you. Oh, I don't know.
I wish my dad was a baker, but just because I don't make for money, mean that I can't be good.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I just suck at cooking myself. So I'm wowed by good cooking.
Cooking.
I should have. I guess I should count myself lucky that I got to try your cupcakes then.
It's not a very day. Bake.
Okay.
So be thankful.
No. The expression on Natsuki's face particularly says, bow down before me, peasant.
Uh-huh. Are you expecting Fabi's gay to masturbating himself before you?
9. Looks like Monika had the same thought.
Der Satz hat gerade bei mir voll gepasst. You can't blame Natsuki. You're bragging it a little tough. Toe. I would too if I made these. Yeah, exactly.
Natsuki smiles gratefully at Sayori's save. Meanwhile, Yuri returns to the table, carrying in the tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom.
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not.
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away.
I mean that you know.
Don't worry about it, I believe you. TN really might not be a common pastime for me, but I can at least appreciate it!
Gay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gay.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
Mm. I'm happy that you look like you're enjoying yourself, Fabi's gay. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Oh, that reminds me. I've actually been meaning to ask you something, Monica. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, Nick, wie lange nehmen wir eigentlich schon auf?
Egal.
Okay, sexy. Aha, well, you know.
No, I don't know.
Uh, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but agreeing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare that for events. It much rather take something personal. Fuck, der Donner will mich komplett ficken. Personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And it others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in this club yet. But I guess that must be hard starting a new club since everyone probably settled into their own activities already.
You could put it that way. I can be hard to get people invested in things that are brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work, convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the cultural festival that much more important.
Speaking of school events, I don't think I saw you in a club at the I saw your club at the club fair at the beginning of the year.
That's because I hadn't started it yet.
Oh, guess that explains why you don't have many members yet.
Yeah, we missed that open to draw in first years who hadn't found clubs yet. It's a lot harder to advertise
Advertise.
on a person-by-person basis. My English is good.
Yes.
And I like you said, a lot of people already have other extracurricular by now. Eigentlich wollte ich, dass du mehr liest. Jetzt muss ich ganze Bibel lesen, Alter.
Du wolltest.
But even so, but even so, I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. Well, do your best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. No. By the way, I know that everyone here likes reading, but do you guys write as well?
Actually, we haven't really done any writing together funnily enough.
Do you guys read and discuss books then?
Uh-huh, you could say that.
Sounds more like a normal book club to me. That
Wir nehmen locker
more
schon 2 Stunden auf, Alter.
book club than a literature club. Hey, to be honest, I was kind of expecting you all to do stuff like write poems together. At the word portray, Natsuki jolts back a bit. Do you not like portray, Natsuki?
What? I don't really have an opinion on it, guys. Oh, really?
What a sly smile. Monica gets up and rummages through her book bag and returns with a loose notebook page in her hand.
I happen to have here a poem called Hey, where did you get that?
Natsuki springs up and snatches the paper out of Monica's grasp.
Don't worry, I didn't steal it from your bag or anything. You dropped it on the way out the other day. I was going to return it, but I couldn't help teasing you a bit before I did that. Well, I'd appreciate it if you keep your noisy nose out of my private walks. Duly noted, and sorry, I just couldn't help glazing over you when I picked it up. Your writing style is really cute, Natsuki. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand over her shoulder.
I'm not cute! Hey, there's nothing to be ashamed ashamed of.
End of. So, you do write your own poems, Natsuki?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I just think that's pretty neat. Why don't you share them with the club or sometimes?
Not if everyone's just gonna call them cute.
Like Sayori said, there's nothing wrong with being kawaii, you know.
Ashton? Oh, you wouldn't get it. There's nothing worse than trying to get honest feedback from someone and just having them say it's cute, kawaii.
Scorn drips from the word cute. I guess I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, no one does. It's super annoying, you know. Actually, I believe I understand how Natsuki feels.
Natsuki looks surprised at Yuri suddenly interjecting.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing you and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. And when that's all dismissed, we with a single remark, well, suffice to say, I can't greatly discourage you from putting your work out there again. It sounds like both you and Natsuki have writing experience in common, Yuri. Maybe? Although I didn't mean to speak for Natsuki. Yes, it's fine. I pretty much agree with what you say, so...
A brief moment of silence falls upon us as we all reflect on that conversation.
This just gave me an idea, everyone.
We all looked quizzingly at Monica, who smiled knowingly back at us.
If we have members who are looking for the of them to poetry, how about we do that there? I'm sure we can all trust each other to be respectful, and I think be a fun activity for us. Oh, langsam habe ich keinen Bock mehr, Digga. I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing my old poetry. I didn't write it to be read by the public, so yeah, same here. That's fine. We can all just go home and write new poems to bring tomorrow. I was going to suggest that anyway, since I don't think the rest of us have poetry ready to share yet. Komisches Gesicht.
Autist.
Yeah, that sounds awesome!
Er ist zum FKT eingeladen.
I think learning about poetry would be really fun. And now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and the bond of the club. Isn't that right? Fabi is gay.
Monica smiled warmingly at me once again. The literature club has been very welcoming so far, at least after the introduction we've made. And although I have to start writing poems, it seems like a fair price to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. I made my doubts at first, but given how friendly and welcoming these girls are, I don't really see a reason why I shouldn't join the club. Yep, I'll be looking forward to becoming better friends with you all.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thank you, Monica.
Yes! I'm so happy you're joining us!
Sayori wrapped around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
And thanks for playing along.
She whispers the last remark into my ear. So she was aware that I'd never agreed to joining in the beginning. That sneaky girl! Although Sayori is the most enthusiastic, all of the girls' eyes were lit up in happiness.
I would have been super pissed if you just left after eating my cupcakes. I'm very glad to you staying as well.
Wenn jemand was sagen dürfte, die alle blushen. Alle blushen.
Ja, alle sind gay, weiß ich auch.
Das sind alle Transen.
Digga, ich schwör, die wollen nicht alle, Digga. Okay, everyone.
Ich meine, die generelle Geschichte dahinter ist ja, dass alle dich haben wollen.
Och man, ich dachte, das ist ein gruseliges Ding.
Wird's ja auch, anscheinend, hoffe ich mal.
Fresh, Digga. Wen würdest du davon bevorzugen? Jetzt mal kurz.
Keine Ahnung. Nur weil da was in den Optionen drin steht, heißt nicht, dass es mit denen ist. Es gibt ja auch andere Charaktere.
Doch, Digga, du würdest safe Monika nehmen, Digga.
Nee. Fabi will Monika,
I think-
hat er mir schon mal gesagt.
Safe, Digga. I think with that we can officially end today meeting on a good note. Ich habe mittlerweile keinen Bock mehr zu lesen, Digga. Don't forget tonight's achievement. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so that we can hold discussion.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Fabi's gay. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. I can really impress Monica with my mediocre reading and writing skills. Something
Können wir das
tells
jetzt hier
me,
beenden?
no geez, can already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Oh well, it's not like Monica's going to be harsh as an actual literature teacher though. Meanwhile, the other continues to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Sayori, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Given that she introduced me to all these amazing people, this is the last I can do for her.
Sure, let's head home.
With that, the two of us wave goodbye to the others and make our way home. On the way back home, we discuss the events of today, focusing on each club member. As we do so, my mind wanders between them all: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. I'm excited to hang out with with everyone from now on. Perhaps I have a chance to grow closer to one of them. Alright, I just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will be for me. And I guess that starts with writing the poem tonight.
Okay, reicht es
Ach,
jetzt
du
bitte?
Scheiße,
Bitte,
das sieht
ich will nicht mehr.
Halt mal die Schnauze jetzt und hör auf immer
Ich ver-
rumzuheulen. Weißt du, wann wir immer
Okay.
eine Pause machen? Immer wenn das kommt, machen wir immer eine Pause. It's time to write a poem. Pick a word that you find favorite club member would like. Something good might happen.
Jetzt
Ja.
ziehen wir diese Scheiße jetzt die ganze Nacht durch?
Ne.
Okay, danke.
Warte mal, wir können uns schon mal für die nächste Folge einen Plan setzen. Wen wollen wir nehmen? Yuri, Sayori oder Natsuki?
Yuri finde ich irgendwie am interessantesten.
Warum? Wegen Horror?
Ja,
Meinetwegen dann. Mit anderen Worten,
Das ist
das
Ding.
war's für die erste Episode.
oh, das ist endlich, Digga. Wie lange haben wir jetzt gelesen? Safe 2 Stunden?
Nein, locker nicht. Was,
Eine, aber mindestens eine, ja.
was Plan für nächste Folge ist? Fabi.
Ja, Digga, ich wäre dafür, dass jeder sozusagen, du liest die Gedanken und Fabi ist gay. Und jeder liest, also ich und Fabi lesen jeder 2 Mädchen.
Ja.
Wäre ich für.
Oder wenn es immer so hintereinander ist, dass man sich dann mal so abwechselt, weil sonst wird immer viel zu viel.
Ja.
Okay.
Oh, Digga, ich hab so Nackenschmerzen, Alter.
Mit dem war es für die erste Folge.
Ja,
Ja.
zum Glück, Digga.
Ich
Wir
habe
haben's
hier
hinter
noch
uns.
meine japanischen Süßigkeiten hier, die ich noch essen werde. Von meiner Schwester gebracht.
Ja, Digga, ist fresh.
Ich habe das Gefühl,
Oh, Digga, wollen wir jetzt ein bisschen SCP-Game zocken?
ja, lass SCP gehen.